Welcome to Two
Two
Blind
black
Bimbos.
bimbos. I was watching your mouth that time. I was like, I've got this. No problem.
Okay, I'm excited for today. Today's going to be kind of like word vomit, probably in a good way.
Catching up, two friends catching up. And you know what? I feel like with the mental state I am in and the mental state you are in, we
We're
just
both
had a little
like,
brief chat. This could be a very candid episode. And
yeah,
I don't mind the little chatty ones. If you guys like themed episodes, let us know in the comments. If you like these like laid back, like kind of talking about everything episodes, let us know in the comments. We try to keep it,
you know,
interesting.
balanced, multiple things happening. Okay, I want to talk because we were just talking about this. What are you manifesting? Because I want to know the
What am I
details.
manifesting?
What is Rosie manifesting?
In my mind, I definitely want to live in the Northeast.
Okay,
Ideally, I'd live in upstate New York, but I still need to see it. Like it's weird to be like dreaming of living in a place that
which
you
you've never,
haven't,
yeah.
that I've never been to. So I need to see it first. But I do remember, I don't know where it is, so I might have to consult Google. But I went to tour colleges, and I toured Sarah Lawrence in high school, which is I don't know. I suppose it's in upstate New York. We can
I
get a
don't, yeah,
location.
I'm like, where is that? I don't even know.
Sarah Lawrence
It
College
sounds so
location.
like, it sounds like an upstating name. Like that name
Yeah.
alone sounds very like upstate New York.
So it's in Bronxville, New
Oh, okay,
York.
yeah.
I don't know if you've been in there,
Yeah, I've been through
but
there.
I remember, and this was like in the summer of 2007. But I remember like thinking, oh my God, I just want to be in this town. Like I don't kind of this school seemed intense to me, which is why I didn't end up applying because I was like, oh no, I'm kind of scared of this like whole situation. It's very artsy, um, liberal arts
It
college where
sounds
you
like it.
basically you go to class, you go to 4 classes a week, and it's a major that you make up yourself, which I probably should
Oh,
have done,
wow. That's
right?
pretty
And then
cool.
on your fifth day on Fridays, at the time I have no idea if their curriculum has changed, but on your fifth day on Fridays, you do like a internship in New York City,
Oh,
and you
dang.
work with someone in your chosen field
Oh, that's kind
on
of cool.
Fridays.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
really cool.
Actually, I may have flourished in that arena. I didn't go to the school, but I have like, sepia memories
Sepia.
of this town and thinking it was stunning. And so I think I want to manifest a beautiful home and a home that I can start like really like moving my work towards, like home decor,
Hmm.
decorating, lifestyle. If I am a blog and maybe even moving into more traditional blogging, like focusing more on like a URL
That's
page
really
and
weird
like,
you said that because today specifically I saw someone who's a younger generation speak on that and she's going back to that and I have this weird hunch that that's going to be, you know, how everything circles back eventually, and I feel like that is going to be making a huge comeback and more people are going to start because I feel like you have more control of that. It's your page, it's your website, you know, say what you, I think that's going to be a big huge thing.
well, I think that people are already, the young people love Pinterest.
Yeah.
I think that like Gen Z kids are like all about Pinterest, which is funny because I think it kind of like lagged in popularity for a little bit.
Hmm.
I found you via Pinterest, which is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people found me. I need to get back on. I'm still doing pretty well on that, but a lot of my audience finds me through Pinterest, which blows my mind. It's so cool. I actually love Pinterest. I get all my house inspo from Pinterest or anything. Like I got all my wedding inspo from Pinterest when I was getting married. Like I I love Pinterest, but now they have like the video where you can put like a little story up now. And those
Yeah.
are like so popular. Like if you take your TikToks or your story or whatever and put them on there, it's like crazy how many people view them. It's
I
wild.
think that Pinterest is still kind of like a mental health break
Yeah.
social media platform for me. Cause like, it recently this last week, we've had the whole Greg Abbott bullshit down in Texas, and people losing their rights, not just women, but anybody with a uterus is losing their rights. And it was difficult to be on Instagram because like
Yeah.
I definitely I appreciate the outpouring of support from people outside of Texas, like putting up the memes, and I've been putting up the memes too. But there is a certain difference, like being in the place
Yeah.
that everything is
Did you
occurring.
feel like the people around you, like the energy in the city for a second kind of like felt sad, or how did it feel any different? Or did it just kind of feel like a normal day? Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes
It,
like
I think it feels normal. I'm in Dallas, man. Like,
yeah,
I think that I am in a more liberal area of
yeah,
Dallas, but I do believe that I assume that most people I encounter outside from people in the service industry are probably very conservative.
got it. Okay. I always wondered that if there was any kind of like overall sense, because sometimes like when I lived in other cities, like if something drastic like that happened, you can kind of feel it collectively. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't, I haven't lived there in quite some time, but it's
I
just
mean,
like,
also, if I'm being very honest, which I should have just said this when you asked me, I don't fucking leave my house, man. Like
true. That's how I
I'm a
am.
hermit.
Yeah.
Like I think the people that I encounter are people in the service industry
Yeah.
primarily. And I think that, we're all cheerful. When I worked in the service industry, even when things were heavy, I was cheerful with people, and I did see every opportunity to be kind and exciting for somebody else. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say, like, since it's happened, I don't feel like I've left my home. I've felt a personal heaviness, and it definitely feels like a scary state to live in. I'm scared now of like the state like finally seceding and like
Mm,
becoming its own like scary place.
yeah.
I don't know.
Is like Houston totally manifesting moving eventually to the Northeast too?
I think he's a little bit more go with the flow
Got it.
than I am. I think that he definitely wants that for me. He's really like, you deserve to live in a place that's very autumnal, like it's the seasons and all that. I think that he like, see, I have like a much more like online based social group.
Mhm.
Also, because like so many of my friends are spread out.
Yeah.
Like my closest friends are my college friends, and everybody is like spread out across the country. And I'm a lot more like, oh, let's go travel to visit my best friend. And he sees his best friends like 2, 3 times a week. So
Oh
there is
yeah,
a
he
little bit
does
of
have
a,
like his group. Yeah, that's right. That's kind of
yeah.
got it. Well, hopefully. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you could hear that loud.
Yeah. Fast and the Furious 6, 7,
Oh
8,
my God,
9.
excuse me, podcast listeners. I'm sorry. There are wild people on the streets today. But actually I'm manifesting a quieter neighborhood. That's
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
I want. Yeah, I'm manifesting Northeast. Maybe me and Rosie will be closer together one day.
I would love that.
And having more than just like a social media business. That's kind of like my goal. I feel like I want to branch out. Also, I'm kind of like, I think it's the stage of life that we're in. I want like a rooted area, and I do want like house decor and like, I want to like share that with people, and I want a place that feels like home. And I feel like
Mm.
the last 7 years of my life, I've been traveling everywhere and been fortunate enough to do that. But I'm kind of tired. And I'm like, I wasn't tired before. And now I'm like, okay, I think I've seen what I want to see as far as like, I still want to travel like overseas and stuff, but I'm saying here where I want to live. And now I know like what places I would want to live. I also really want to manifest 2 homes, because that's just what I do. I want all the things.
Yeah.
So, and I miss like Hawaii a lot. I miss New York a lot. Yeah, I like LA, but I just think like I'm ready for new things, and I'm manifesting new things, and I'm just so tired. Although I think it's just obviously we've all been through hell the last 2 years of our lives, that I'm just like, I have never felt so tired. And I look back and honestly, I'm very proud of myself and proud of a lot of the people around me, because to work in 2020 period at all and just like even keep going and put a smile on and like try and move through the motions was extremely hard. um I think 2021 was like my body being like, okay, you can breathe, like take time for yourself for a second, because I think I just went through 2020 on autopilot. And I think now I'm like really finding out like what I need and what I want to like better myself, better my mental health and all that.
Yeah. God. Yeah. 2020, I feel like for me personally, I didn't really notice the effects that it took on me until spring of this year.
Yeah.
It's been like really, and I talked to you before about this off camera, but it's been so shitty being a COVID bride. I'm gonna be fucking honest.
Yeah.
It
Be
sucks
honest.
dick being a COVID bride.
Well,
There's so much like drama.
to be honest, in June, we all kind of had that like moment where we were like, it's on the up and up. And then like it got fucking weird again. And that sucks for
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
it's not fun.
I think that's true. Like, I think I had a lot of body dysmorphia in the spring. I physically was in a really bad place before I started strength training with my trainer. And like, it hurt my back to bend over and wash my hands. Like, I had been like dormant for a whole year, like sitting on my sofa, basically. I was not the person that's like, I'm going to go on walks.
Yeah.
This, I got a standing desk. No, I was couch bed bound for like a year, and that took a massive toll on me, and it made me like afraid of my body. It made me feel like I was dying. I was in such a bad way, which is ironic that this is like one of the first times that we hung out
Oh yeah.
like one-on-one together. Was at, I would say, like one of the darkest periods of my like relationship with self. And then to be at that time, I was in my bridal schedule, I was expected to buy a dress, which sucks dick to go bridal shopping after a pandemic. And it's not about like body size. Definitely. I feel like, if your body physically changes massively in a visual way, in a physical way, you feel it.
Yeah.
It's jarring. I don't care what the change is. If you lose weight, if you gain weight, if if something isn't functioning in the same way, if I don't know,
try
like
to find something that's like going to help you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was nasty. And I feel like this week I just canceled my bridal portraits, which was a massive act of self-care that I am proud of. Cause I was just like, I don't feel like taking pictures. Like I want to take pictures with my husband on the day, like us smiling. I don't want to like pose in my wedding dress. I just don't feel that's necessary. And I have felt like an immense burden taken off me. Like what intense acts of like self-care or radical acts of self-care have you taken lately that you feel impacted by?
I feel like I've set a lot of boundaries because I tend to, with like close ones or people around me, I tend to absorb a lot of their emotions to like a fault. So a lot of things like in my personal life have like happened that I've had to be connected to, but still know not to get so invested, that because I am very like an empath, and to like the point where like I absorb people's feelings. Also, I've been having really psychic revelations lately, which is they've been really strong lately, and they've been happening. And it was actually funny because it happened with something that my sister was going through, and I like knew, I had like a moment where I knew something, and she then texted me like a few hours later, and I was like, I already know what you're gonna say. And she goes, what the fuck, how did you know? And she like freaked out, and she was like, Ashlee, how do you know these things? So I feel like lately I've had to set boundaries because I feel like all these intense emotions have been coming. And then on top of that, like I've been having these weird visions. I also saw a ghost in our second bedroom recently, which usually that's a sign of something weird happening in my family. And so I've had to like try and, I don't want to use the word disconnect, but like work out and like take time for myself. First of all, like that's another thing in 2020. Like I was working out 6 days a week. That was my fucking therapy. And then when that was stripped away, I was like very depressed. And it's not like I was working out because I had like this urge to always be skinny or have to work out. It was actually like literally I felt good when I did it. Like I loved being like, I can lift this weight. I'm super fucking strong. Like this is cool. And that's why I got the Peloton. And after you got it, I saw you got it too. And then everyone was getting it. I was like, maybe we should get it. And that like saved me. But it's just like working out. Kind of sometimes I'm a homebody too, like you. Like I like watching like trash TV, watching like, so we just started watching like the What We Do in the Shadows new season. We love it. Actually, I really think that all four of us should dress up like their characters because I think it would be really funny. And I've just been trying
I've got
like,
a Colin Robinson.
Yeah, I've been trying to like take time to just like maybe not be on my phone so much, because I've noticed on the weekends I've been trying to like not be on my phone as much, because sometimes I'll just scroll and then I'll think that I need to work, and I end up never taking a day off, and it's like that's when I become super exhausted. I also think that's happening to a lot of not just influencers, but people, everyone's taking breaks. Like people are not on social media like every day now. Like people are wiped the fuck out.
One of my good friends deleted Instagram from her phone, and I was like, nice.
Did you see that guy? What the hell is his name? He's like a comedian guy. He just did a TikTok and he also did an Instagram saying like, I hate Instagram. I hate, or someone sent him like a question box thing that said like, I hate Instagram. I hate it here. And he was like, okay, let's all just admit like we all fucking hate Instagram. Like, come on, like, and it was funny because like there were in the comment section, people were saying this was the first year like they deleted Instagram. Like that was,
I believe that.
lots of people are deleting apps. I think it's just like, it's also hard because like I was not a super social, but like I missed the little bit of socialness I had before the pandemic, and now I just have nothing.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but like personally, I'm fucking terrified of COVID. Like very terrified. Like I have an autoimmune disease. I have the vaccine, but I'm still very terrified. And I see people going out and I'm like, I get FOMO, but then I also get anxiety because then when I think about going out in crowds, I get like extreme anxiety about it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm stuck, and I feel like it's just, that's like what I'm going through now is like trying to navigate how to have a life in this new world we're living in, because it's just very weird for me right now. Like I am home like you all the fucking time.
It's so crazy how much our lives overlap. We've talked about this so much, but like I had a conversation with Houston this week because he was in a show, a comedy show, and then he like went out with friends, and like I feel like there were 3 nights in a row that he was like out really late with like people from this theater or like pals that he was like going out for drinks with. And I just like was so jealous and angry because I was like, I can't wait to, I was kind of like mean about it. I was like, I can't wait to fucking move out of here because I don't have any friends. And I do like, that's like, obviously like, an exaggeration. I have some friends in Dallas. I have some very wonderful, beautiful friends, but I feel like I have a fear of going out in public in Dallas. And that's because, I've had some like bad blood with certain groups of people. I have an ex-boyfriend I'm not comfortable like ever seeing again. And it's so funny how much like my personal like joy like goes up the more like anytime I'm out of town, I'm like, let's go out to dinner. Let's go out to the club.
You get like your spark back. You're like, oh, I want to go do stuff. Yeah.
And I just feel like, I don't know, I've felt this way for like 3 or 4 years. And I've been like, I need to leave this town. Like I need to get out. And I feel like I'm glad that we may stay out here another year just because I think that moving, our lease is up in January and it's too soon to move at this point. But I feel like next year it's like, we're going to be traveling, looking for a place. I want out so bad. And I think that we have some really beautiful listeners who are probably local that will immediately say, I'll be your friend. And I'm going to tell you right now, baby, I'm team no new friends. Love you. I
get it. I do get it. It's nothing personal. It's just like, I totally understand what you're saying. It's
because, I mean, here's the thing. And I'm so sorry, you guys, because I'm sure that I could befriend someone who follows me online and have a fantastic relationship. I had a couple of bad eggs early on in my influencer career. And it just like, it is not pleasant being friends with someone who knows lots more about you than you know about them. And then to a certain extent, there is a weird dynamic where the person's kind of more of a fan of you. or like thinking that you're cool. I don't know. There's a kind of like weird thing that I don't experience with other friends. Like when I hang out with like friends that I came up with in the comedy scene or came up with organically, there isn't this weird thing where they're kind of like, hoping that I'll like them back in the same way.
I get it. And you can also, I feel like there's a little bit more candidness and honesty in those relationships sometimes. I have too met people, and sometimes I have met amazing people through my following. I've actually shot amazing followers for campaigns for my clothing line, and people have been so genuine, but it is different. It's also, I've actually met one girl, and it was right before the pandemic, and she was amazing. She did not want a story. She actually didn't want to be on any of my stories. She actually genuinely just liked me as a human being. And she was one of the few people that like I could have probably been best friends with. But then the pandemic happened and we're both like psycho scared about like COVID.
Yeah.
So but most of the time it just feels a little bit I feel like I've encountered people where they're like always want me on their story. They always want a picture. They always want a photograph. And sometimes I just like, even when I'm with you, like I don't always want to do something. Like I just want to
Yeah.
be like I just want to have a normal friendship where social
Yes.
media isn't the main thing. So it's like very interesting. It's been hard. And in LA, like again, I appreciate all the things that LA has offered and all the things I've experienced here. And I feel like I've actually tried to actively make friends here a lot. Most of them were influencers. And that's a whole nother fucking ball game in
That's
itself.
hard. You want to talk about disingenuous, weird power dynamics? There are people who I know think that they're the most hot shit in a friend group based on the connections they have to important people, based on their fucking follower count. If you don't think that when you hang out with a group of people, there's like some kind of pecking order, like based on statistics, that's nuts.
It's weird though, because my sisters and I take this as such a compliment when they say this. They're like, you are who you are on the internet and you're the same as you are in person. Like you're the same, whatever, whichever way. And I found I thought that's how everyone was until I started meeting influencers in real life. And I, envied a lot of the influencers that have these huge social media influencer friend groups, and they're all like, yay, like let's go on trips. And that's great for them. But like I have tried and I have tried and tried and tried. And every time it feels so fake. And it doesn't feel authentic, and it doesn't feel like they really care about who I am as a deep person. They don't really want to get to know me and like the shit that's hot. Cause like I have unloaded. I remember I met one girl for lunch and I thought she was so sweet, but I wanted to have like a deep conversation. Like I want to know you like beyond just like your pictures. And I was like unloading my whole life. And she was kind of, just listening. And she was like, oh, tell me. And you could tell she wanted to know like more, but then she never fucking hung out with me again because I think she got so scared because I was so vulnerable and so open and honest that a lot of people don't want that. They want kind of just like, will you take my photo? You take my photo. Like, let's just go to cute places. And that's fun. But like, I don't, as a real friend, that's not going to like last. Like, that's not going to last for me. And like, I need someone who's like going to look ugly with me and like do nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, And then so I felt like for a while, I actually had this identity where I was like, are people going to think I'm weird on social media because I don't have all these influencer friends? Like, why am I you know what I mean? And then I realized like, no one I don't fucking care.
Who cares? I feel like it is fun to see influencers like hanging out. Like I do. But I would rather watch like a planned trip, like 5 girls are like, we're all going to London together and we're going to take cute pics. I'd be like, yeah, show me. I want to see. But I don't like a brand trip, man. I can't tell you. I'd need a whole pharmacy to go on a brand trip, man. Like yeah,
I've had a lot of friends tell me crazy stories. I was actually supposed to go on to right in March of 2020, and they obviously got canceled. But I was actually very nervous because those were my first they were big brand trips. And I was nervous because I had heard some weird fucking stories about brand trips. And so I was like, fuck, like this is, and also let me just point out that one of the brand trips, I was the only curvy, what they considered plus size girl, and all of the other people were true models, like actual models, like signed contracted models that were a size 00. So I was in my head freaking the fuck out because like, why am I what's going on here? The dynamics are off. Like it was very uncomfortable. And thank God it got canceled because holy shit.
Do you not hear the people on my end?
No, I can't.
There's a
crazy rager happening.
Well, do you hear that? That's our smoke alarm.
Oh, I hear that.
Hold on.
Okay, wait, I just heard her say that you're cooking. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Was that Houston cooking? Was he cooking?
Yeah. But you know what? We live right above the pool. There's a massive pool party happening.
Like how many people? Like 15, 20?
Let's see.
I want to know the details of this party. FOMO.
Here's the thing. It's probably, there's a shit. Okay. Yeah, it is like 15, but we're like in it's like a big echo chamber.
Yeah, just
like
rises up. Yeah.
It sounds like there are 50 people.
Sounds like we're in Vegas.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Okay, what were we talking about?
We were talking about influencer friends and trips, but I feel like also, you know what I used to get really FOMO from is when I was never invited to those damn influencer giveaways, and people would have them and they'd be like, and I'd be like, does no one like me on this fucking platform? And now you just grow up and you evolve and you start to learn that you just care less about those things and those things truly don't matter. But it's so funny how like there's so many different stages I've gone through of like feeling kind of like, well, left out, you know, but now I'm just kind of like, I want to focus on my life and have a cute home.
Giveaways are crazy because I think that if you're not like hyper specific about who you partner with, you could get a whole new pack of people that are going to be super shitty to you.
Yeah. Or they have totally different views as you. Like totally.
Like this, we're great. We are. I don't partner with people from the PNW. I swear to shit. Anytime somebody messages me about the most, I don't know what, innocuous remark that I've made, being like, hello, I'd like to have a gentle dialogue with you about why you said something that could be potentially framed as offensive. They're always from the fucking Pacific Northwest.
Really? That's so fascinating.
So much so, in fact, that I used to have a dream of visiting that area, but it's since been eliminated because I was like, it sounds like headache central to me. And I feel that I'm a fairly sensitive person, as I have been canceled before. And so I'm always thinking about it. And you guys will hear my trepidation in like shit that I want to say that's perfectly fine to say on this podcast, but I'm always like, I don't know if that's okay to say. But no, the PNW SJWs scare me shitless.
Wait, what's SJW mean? Wow, I feel old.
Social justice warrior.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually know I know a few of the people like that, and that are from the Pacific Northwest. I know the vibe you're talking about. It's very intense. This is a random thought I just had. You haven't announced to anyone, well, on your social platforms where you're going for your bachelorette party, right?
Yeah. I think, did we talk about it here?
I think we did talk. That's why I was asking. I was like, dude, I don't want to say it because I saw you. I don't want to say it. I didn't know if
we're going to. The podcast knows everything, baby.
Yeah, if you're on the podcast, you get the tea, man.
We rank you as top tier above everyone else. I hope you know that, because it makes me feel, I'm so grateful that people want to listen to us talk, because it's one thing to be a very pretty image on the internet. And I emphasize the word pretty because we are gorgeous women. But to have some people like just want to listen to us speak means the world to me, because like some of our personalities get lost in the fray, unfortunately, because there's a certain amount of decorum that we're beholden to, especially when things become more professional for us in that world. I really think this is like such a sanctuary for Ashlee and I feel like the veneer like disappears from me. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Yeah.
So
I feel like sometimes when I talk on other platforms, people kind of dismiss me or just like don't listen or unfollow or whatever. So if you're actively coming to this, you obviously want to hear what we say or enjoy what we say or like listening to the fucking 50 million topics we talk about. And I feel like that's nice because, again, I do think sometimes people are like, just be quiet and post outfit photos. Just be quiet and do your reels. And I'm like, I am more than my fucking reels. Hello. Like,
yeah,
that's what I like about this podcast so much.
I mean, I feel like this podcast is really joyful for me because I feel like I'm finally more than my body type here. Because I feel like everything I get asked on Instagram is like, hey, how do you fly when you're fat? How do you fuck when you're fat? How do you do this when you're fat? And I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Hey, Rosey,
I mean, like,
do those shoes fit?
Do these shoes fit my fat feet? Man, everybody's so
they're obsessed with your fucking feet, bro. Like you need a Patreon or fucking OnlyFans for your feet. This shit is wild out here.
I've taken some ads for shoes, and apparently I must not have wide feet. I thought I had wide feet because I've taken these shoe ads that for shoes that I wear and I love and they're comfortable to me, and I've gotten people like pressed in my DMs being like, these shoes don't work for me and they haven't worked for other plus size women that I know, and I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like, come on, man. Like I am alone in my home. I put on a shoe. If I say, ooh, this feels good when I walk a mile, I'm going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And that I feel like is a category that people get extremely emotional about.
There's like foot riot people out here.
Foot riot.
I would have never known.
That's a God, that sounds like a
Foot Riot, baby.
Foot Riot sounds like a Riot Girl band name.
Oh my gosh, it does. Yeah. We're starting a band now called Foot Riot.
I didn't want to ignore your previous question, but the podcast listeners are the top tier, I would say, they're my favorite folks, the people that are listening right now. Yeah. If you're listening, I hold you higher than all other followers. Because that means that you really like me.
Also, everyone's who's been listening has been super kind about the episodes, and they love. I mean, I've been seeing people when you guys tag us and like when you're watching the podcast. I love that you guys, some people have said like, oh, it's their Friday ritual, or it's their, they look forward to a Thursday when it comes out. Like, I like that you guys are enjoying like and looking forward to those things. Cause again, it is just something that we do because we love it right now. And hopefully we'll be a super famous podcast one day. Let's be honest. Let's manifest that shit. And then we'll take you guys all along for the ride and we'll do a live podcast show. Look at me manifesting so many things right now.
I want to do that. I don't want to meet up. Like, I don't want to sit in a room and do nothing and like have people be like, hey, but I will go on a podcast tour.
Yeah. I think that would be so fun.
I think that everyone is finally, I think it'd be such good times. And plus I like love traveling, and I like road trip oddities. Like I love a roadside cafe, a diner.
Yes. Diner.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
I'm such a sucker for like Americana. Like, I want to see what your town's like giant ball of yarn is, please.
Thank you. I'm so like anytime I've ever road trip and there's some weird off, like I'm in. Sign me up. I want it to be like Rob Zombie, but like not as scary. Like I want you to take me to the weird shit in the middle of nowhere, please. Oh my God. Now I want to.
How do we make this a reality? Like we just keep recording, try to figure it out.
Oh my God. Is this going to be one of those clips where we look back and we like snippet it with like us going like to a live show? Oh my God. That's sick. Oh my God. Save this. Save this clip.
This is in the little pre-roll before the live show. And we walk out. We're like, look at those dorks.
We thought we weren't going to be live, but now we are. No, literally now I want a biscuit from like I literally live for a diner and diner coffee. Biscuits from the middle of nowhere in a diner and coffee is like superior. Like,
I love that.
Just I am a diner person through and through. When I lived in New York City, I had a diner I went to every single day. That was a shithole and I loved it. Now I want to do a diner tour. This is
I know. I mean, I'm sure that where we are headed to for my bachelorette, we'll have opportunities aplenty. And that being said, we're going to Salem, Massachusetts, and then upstate New York, and then New York City. It's going to be a big
New York. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for Salem because I've literally wanted to go there for so many fucking years because I love spooky places. And I was supposed to go when I lived in New York City. I just never ended up getting to it. But one of my friends, she was going like religiously every Halloween for like several years. Cool. And she said it's her absolute favorite place to go during that time. She said it's insane. And I'm like,
I cannot wait. I think it's going to be the perfect vibe for me because I'm not a party animal. I might be. Who knows? I think that like, I don't know like what things are scheduled. I think that my bridesmaids, if you are listening, I don't expect you to fucking listen to my podcast. That's so like entitled for me to be like, hey, are you guys listening to my podcast? But I don't want to rule out partying one night, but I think I was like, one of my bridesmaids is very type A. Actually, a few of them are very type A. They sent out a awesome Google Doc that I like lost or Google survey. I don't know what they're called, but I was like so like
survey thing. Yeah.
like filling out that survey was the most fun shit I've done in recent years. It was like it had Halloween themed
Yeah.
questions that were relevant to everything. It was like everything had a pun, you
It was
know, like
good. It was really good. I'm hoping that some place has like specific Halloween or creepy cocktails, like a ghost
yeah.
cocktail, like some weird, like where it like fucking goes into fog and turns. I don't know. I'm just thinking that there might be something like that there.
I feel like I gave Dallas answers because it was like on a scale of like 1 to 10, like 10 is like I need a babysitter with how drunk I am.
Or one
1 is like
date.
I can drive
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
home. I put myself the bride, you
Did you
guys,
put
at a
three?
2.
Oh
I
fuck! I
put
was
it
gonna say a three. I knew you were gonna say something like that.
because I've been having virgin cocktails lately. Like I had them at Disney and they were incroyable.
So good.
I've been
Yeah.
enjoying virgin cocktails, but I also like I might be able to. I think I'll let loose at my
I
bachelorette
put a
of all
7,
places.
so I put a 7,
Peyton,
which Charlie said 7 is like, that's not even that. That's not that wild. I don't feel like I'm waiting to see who put some 10s. That's gonna crack me up. Whoever.
it's Peyton.
Oh, did Peyton?
Peyton's a party girl,
That's
party animal.
amazing. I love that.
I think if anyone is listening, I probably didn't. Well, my fear was like, we only have so much time in Salem. I don't want to be massively hungover
Sure,
the
yeah.
next day.
We should get liquid IVs.
Oh shit.
I'm already thinking ahead. I'll bring a
Liquid
bunch.
IV, please sponsor my bachelorette party. Yeah, I've been thinking. I think I'm gonna party. So if anyone's listening, like, don't leave one of the nights kind of unplanned. You know, like maybe that last Sunday night that we're there.
I'm also excited to see what Salem food has to offer
Dude.
because I mean it's on the East Coast. I'm assuming I can get like a lobster roll somewhere. Very into that, very into the food situation. I feel like it's gonna have some really cool hole in the wall spots.
I know that my gals are itinerizing us to the nines. Like I think our days are, I think the restaurants, because we're a nice group.
Yeah.
It was like 12 people. Now it's 8. I am sorry to our fallen sisters, but also 8 is much more manageable.
Our fallen sisters. Yeah, I know. Seriously. No, I think it's going to be great. I think that everyone who's organizing stuff is doing an amazing job. I'm actually I'm actually glad to see other people like that because normally I'm very like that. So it's nice to see that other people are very like researching, doing all that stuff. Like that's awesome because people are like super invested and stuff. I mean,
I'm
also
pulling this up.
What is it?
Because I thought I wanted to share this because if we're sharing details, I think this is very fun. So I got my 3 girls that are my type A babes sent me a tiny little screenshot of a spreadsheet they made. I don't get to see the rest of it because I don't get to know the events that we're doing because they were like, do you want to be surprised on your outfits? And I was like, no, like I need to know.
You
so
need to know. Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah. And so we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Every day has outfit, like what dress code is for the day. So the first day is Friday is fall flannel and denim, and my inspiration is an LL Bean catalog. That's what it says. The second day is a comfy sweater and light layers, and my inspiration is academia.
I like that one. I saw that. I like that one a lot.
I can't wait. I already have I've got shit. I'm sure you have shit too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But also I'm going to buy more.
I'm like prepared. I actually just keep going into stores being like, this would be good for this trip. This would be good for this trip. So I'm very excited.
I'm going to get compression bags so I can overpack. Cause I just I
think I might need to get some of those. When you said that the other day in the text, I was like, that's actually a really smart idea. I feel
like you guys are going to see, I might be a double poster in October. Like that might be cray, but
well, I was actually thinking there's going to be a lot of content we're all creating for October. I think October is every October I feel like I'm cranking out the content, but there's going to be a lot. Especially if you're on the East Coast, you're going to be taking a ton of photos.
I ordered another Halloween costume this weekend.
No, I have
inspiration
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. I can't share it on here. I'm gonna have to text you. You're gonna shit when you find out my fourth one. It's the fun. Let me just tell you, the fourth costume I'm doing involves Penny, and you guys have no idea. It's gonna blow your mind because it's something you would not think a dog would do, and it's Charlie came up with it. It's probably top tier, one of the most nerdy. I like doing like, cutesy costumes mixed with like completely weird, like nerdy costumes that like make people laugh. So I'm very excited. How many costumes do you have so far?
So you and me are doing 3.
Oh shit, never mind. I have more than that then. Yeah, because I forgot we're doing a bunch.
You and me are doing 3.
Oh my God, we have to post so much.
I've got one with Houston, like all set up. I have another one with Houston that I haven't bought anything for, but I should like get on that. So there's that. And then the other one I just thought of. So I've got 6 kind of tentatively. Whoa. And then I think I might do something fun, like just buy something stupid, like one of those like pumpkin ones that you just like pull on.
Yeah.
It's just like a pumpkin. It's like a sandwich board, basically.
Yeah. I love it. And
then I just feel like so the third day on the trip is us just dressing witchy, which I feel like is kind of a costume.
That is kind of a costume. Oh shit. Now I feel like I need that witch hat that I keep being influenced, that I keep saying I'm going to buy.
Yeah.
That witch hat you posted about was pretty freaking awesome.
It's dope.
Does it look good on? Does it look good on?
Yeah. Yes, it does. It looks very chic.
That's what I feel like. Beautiful. It looks very chic. Damn it.
I'm gonna have to travel with that.
I have so many hats I'm bringing. I have my hat box. I think I'm gonna have to check the extra luggage. Like I told Charlie he has to bring my costumes for me. Like it's kind of a lot.
Wow. That makes I was thinking about like shipping shit home because I also feel like I'm gonna come home with stuff.
You are gonna have stuff that you That's so true. I feel like this is probably also it's a long time to be gone. So when you're gone that long, you kind of have to bring a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Because I have to have like a day outfit and a night outfit.
When was the last time you were in New York City? How long ago was that?
It was right before the pandemic broke out. Like,
oh shit.
I shit you not, like right before everybody quarantined. I think I was there March 5th.
Wow.
And I felt so blessed by that trip because New York, the COVID vibe hit there way before it was hitting in the South. So when I was there, all the Dwayne raids were like cleared out.
Really?
And people were not on the streets.
It was quiet.
And I called Houston. I was like, oh, baby, you got to get all of this stuff that I'm telling you. You need to get that sold out here.
Of the game. Yeah.
Yes. And like nobody we knew quarantined until like a week after Houston and I had already started.
We went ahead. We went ahead before too. And I'm glad we did because like it got weird fast.
Yeah.
God, New York. I can't believe that's lucky you went like right before you got to see it right before it all closed down. I'm excited to. Well, I was back. Oh, did I go back recently? Why am I having? Yeah, I was there recently, but I'm excited.
You were just there.
Yeah, I was just there. What is going on? Why can't I remember anything?
Like last month?
I don't know, like 2 months. 2 months ago. Yeah, I was just there.
June or July.
And I'm excited because it's fall now. So I'm excited for all the fall stuff. I also love a patio in New York City. I'm food. I'm into the food. So
ooh.
All the food, all the things, get me a bagel.
I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be my period.
Oh, you're like, I
was on my period when we hung out in Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
But the positive thing about being on my period is that I eat bread when it's my period. So I'm getting that.
You're getting
bagel
all
shit.
The bread. Oh, New York bagel.
Maybe I'll just a trepidatious amount of bread because they've got good gluten-free bagels in a lot of spots.
Okay. In New York. I haven't had a gluten-free bagel, but everyone says they're pretty good.
They're great. I feel like bagels being gluten-free are one of the few things that are like, I can't tell too much of a difference.
Is what?
The Trader Joe's comes out with Halloween and fall stuff this week.
I know.
We need to do a little thing.
I know. So I actually am not a Trader Joe's person. I told you this before, but the thing is, I saw all the stuff coming out for the Trader Joe's fall shit. And I was like, okay, I'm into this. Like, I'm very into this. Also, have you tried the elote thing they have there?
No.
Everyone talks about.
Okay. A dip?
Yeah. And it looks everyone says it's fucking amazing. And I'm like, I love corn. Hello. And I'm like very excited about getting this. Everyone says it's so good. But I saw the list of fall things coming and I was like, this stuff sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I need to get on the Trader Joe's like train.
I saw they have like maple oat milk.
Really? That's probably
so
going to be
good.
pretty fall tasting. That's probably pretty good.
That's going to be a slapper. I would do that with my coffee. You could do a milkshake with that.
Oh my God. That's mind blowing. A maple oat milk milkshake. That is fire. Have you gone back to Starbucks since our taste testing and tried it as stuff again?
Yes, and I was disappointed.
With the cold brew?
I didn't get that one. I got the apple caramel macchiato.
Okay, so everyone's been trying that and I keep hearing everyone hates it now.
It's too sweet. And it's crazy that I say that because I've never been the girl that's been like, it's too sweet. But I was like, ugh.
See, I don't like super sweet. Luckily, the one I got, I felt like when we did our taste test wasn't like crazy. But I've been getting the pumpkin cream cold brew. And they're back to last year's standards. They're so off the chain good. I wanted to tell you because Charlie's like, you get those like every single day. I'm like, they're addicting. I am hooked. I think they had like a little like first week, like getting back to like making them or something.
I had something that the macro barista cooked up.
Love him.
And I think it was like something vaguely pumpkin. And I was like, oh, this is very manageable in terms of like taste, it's not like intense. And I was like, I kind of like, maybe I'm now an elder.
A lesser.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't need the full pumpkin fantasy.
Yeah.
You can just give me a hint of it.
That's how I am. The coffee I made this morning, I just did like a hint of pumpkin. I like a hint of pumpkin. That's why I like the pumpkin cream cold brew. But people keep saying to get the chai, which I haven't tried, the chai with the pumpkin cream foam on top.
I had that.
Is it really that good?
It's great. I think the thing is the chai itself is like my shit. And I think it's a way to like have autumn like 24/7.
Yeah.
365.
Yeah. I love chai
but with that pumpkin on top, it is
so good.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna need to try this. Now I'm just hungry, so that's cool. I'm dreaming of all the food because I've been eating. I don't know about you, but I've been cooking most of my food the last 3 months. I've been really proud of myself because like I was just so used to just Uber Eats everything, and now I've been cooking at home and like I'm ready. I'm ready to sit down at a table and have food brought.
I can't wait. Yeah, I haven't gone out to eat at all since this like Delta variant started, like people talking about it.
Ugh, the worst.
It's just like I am such a sheeple. Like I'm very terrified. Like you could be like there's breakthrough cases because I've heard things.
There's a new variant. Okay, let me just be honest. I keep on this shit all day long. It's freaking me the fuck out.
There's another new one, like besides the Delta.
There's another new one, and they're predicting that it is the most resistant to the vaccine. So I'm sorry, but like this shit fucking is annoying at this point. And people are probably gonna be like, you can't live your life like that. But I'm sorry. I can. I'm also one of those people, I knock on wood, do not get sick. I usually just don't. And if I get sick, I feel like I get really sick and I just don't want to even have to think about, because I also suffer from anxiety. So I know if I got it, I would get in my own fucking head and I'd start feeling worse than I probably am because I'm freaking the fuck out. And that's what terrifies me. Literally.
If I had to be hospitalized for COVID, the first thing I would say to my fucking doctor is like, I hope you have Xanax, buddy. And I want to be on it 24/7. For real. Cause to me, I feel like the fear of it is so much worse. Because to me, if I caught COVID, I would be a wreck emotionally. More. I mean, I don't want to say more so than my body, but I feel like there are probably people, I wish I was like, I wish I was a person that diminishes COVID right now. That people are like, hey, I feel like, how didn't Joe Rogan get it? Dude, and he was like, I feel good. Do
not get me started on that. I'm sorry. He was so arrogant in that damn fucking post. I actually almost did a TikTok about it because I was so irritated. He's like, I took ivermectin. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. Like, you have money. You sound privileged. The reason you had all the medicine thrown at you because you were money baby. Like he was like, I was 2 days and I was fine. I'm great. Sorry that the show's canceled. I'm like, Meanwhile, there's people in the hospital dying. Like, I can't. So it was just kind of like, I do think like you, where I wish I had the capacity to let my anxiety dwindle a little so I
Yeah.
could live a little more. But at the same time, I know if I got it and I had gone out and had like a time and just not cared, and then I got it, and then like it would be really a mind fuck for me.
I've swam in my apartment pool down there once this summer. Once.
Why are we the same person? People are going to listen to this and be like, oh my God, are y'all okay?
No, we're not. That's the short answer. No, we're not okay. And I'm a natural hermit. So this was I'm a base layer, like leave the house only to go to Target by myself. Like that's my general persona.
I haven't gone to Target
and it
in
runs
so
in
long.
my family.
Oh, does it really?
Yes, like my grandpa only kept to himself. My mother
Oh,
does not have a very large friend circle. My mother kind of like keeps to herself and
yeah.
just goes to thrift stores. And I inherited this. I think it's a genetic situation. I would say that I'm balanced, but I've also had some, environmental factors.
Yeah.
And then this massive environmental factor sucks. It's
Sucks.
just like, oh, I thought I was getting better.
Well,
Nope.
Well, what I'm curious about is for anyone that's listening that lives in California, or even people who aren't listening, you guys know that there's a recall coming that we're voting on for. I don't know if you heard about this, but if the governor, whatever the hell, Gavin Newsom guy gets taken out, then the Republican candidate wins, and he's like against mask mandate, he's against a lot of shit, and everyone's like, don't turn California into Florida, and I'm just like kind of a little. I think that honestly, the sad thing is, and I keep saying this, I don't have high hopes that this isn't going to be I think there's going to be a fucking drastic change in California. And I think that you have to realize, and this has to do with our last president, people really love drama. They love to shake up shit. They like to watch shit fucking fall apart, because we are the fucking people of the universe that really just feed off of fucking that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like almost, you know how like everyone was like, oh, there's no way he could win president. And then he did. Everyone thinks that. And I'm like, these people will come out of the woodworks to vote this person into office. And you guys are going to be safe. Like, that's why we're making sure we turn our ballot. But I'm curious in the next month what's going to happen in California, because it could be brutally like a fuck for California. That's what's like really wild. There's a shift happening here too.
I'm preparing myself for like long-term bullshit, to be honest. Like, because I mean, like, there are things that you listen to that are like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. This sucks. But then like I was like watching an Audrey Hepburn documentary, and she was in a Nazi occupied area of some area of Europe. Right. And they were occupied and forced to stay in their homes for how many years? 7. 7 years of her childhood. So like, there are people who, I mean, there's like times in history where things have been like massively worse, you know? And so I'm just sort of like, okay, I thought 9/11 was our thing, but apparently.
I think that also that's why, kind of tying back to the beginning, when I'm so into the phase of like getting roots and settling down in somewhere that honestly is probably a lot more quiet than where I'm at now, because I really value safety and comfort and like quietness. And I feel very out of sorts like right now in my life. So I feel like I really want a place to like come home to, not have shared walls, you know, like peace, quiet nature. Like I can paint my walls whatever color I want. I can do whatever I want. I can decorate my front like fucking Christmas on crack. And that would bring me great joy. Like I have warned Charlie, like when we have a house, this shit. Okay, do you want to hear my crazy idea that Charlie's going to make me? Because if you don't know, Charlie used to build props for major TV sets and video games, and he can build like anything.
Ashlee's husband is just a Renaissance man in general. Is he editing this episode?
No, I don't think he is. I feel like, so I had a very immediate, when I was like, when we want to move, whenever we get a house, this is what I want. He goes, okay, lay it on me. I said, you know that The Grinch is one of my favorite movies of all time. The Jim Carrey Grinch. That's like one of my favorites. I cry every time I watch it.
You look like Cindy Lou Who.
Oh,
continue.
I literally love it. And every year I sing the song that she sings, Where Are You Christmas? And I cry. And so I told him that he needs to build me for my front yard. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't even breathe. The Martha May Whoville shooter gun light thing in our front yard. So basically it has light coming out of it to the lights that are on the side of our house, but it's just a gun in our front yard, like a giant Christmas shooter gun. And it's going to be in our front yard for Christmas.
That's amazing.
I said, are you
That's
sure?
amazing.
He was like, oh, I can make that. I go, wait, you can make that? He goes, oh, easy. I can make that. And I was like, okay, easy, fine. And he's like, he is making that for one of my Christmas decorations for when I have a house.
Is it this year or is it next year?
Probably next year, I would think.
Okay.
I think he's going to be making a lot more. He's a very crafty person. And I know that whenever the time comes when we have a house, like he's going to be making a lot of stuff. And I think I'm going to put him to work I also want like a little pottery studio. I want to get into pottery.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's one thing.
I really do hope that like we live in a close vicinity
of
one another.
I told Charlie
like
that.
Houston
I said, I said that like before I got on this to record, I was like, I hope we live close because then we can just like podcast together, or I like at least trust you. I don't feel weird. Like if I have a COVID friend, if the world ends, me and Rosey will be together with our trash TV, our Xanax, our edibles. We will be good to go.
I can't wait. I'll be knocked out on a sofa watching TV. I honestly, if there was an asteroid headed toward planet Earth and we had like a 36-hour like window, I'd be like, where's the ecstasy? And I would like a lot of it. I would like to go on a full bender and obliterate my brain.
And right now we are taking a trip.
Fully. I can't wait. Like I think that that's also in our future too. I can't decide though if I want to do something to what you're doing, which is building a home. Mm-hmm. Or if we want to like find an old-timey.
I mean, both are great options. It's funny because the podcast listeners know I'm building a home, and like a ton of people on my other platforms, obviously Instagram followers are some of the podcast listeners, obviously, but a bunch of people have no idea. And I still have yet to announce on here where I'm building my home. And that comes in like a month. And so you guys already know the details. No one else even knows. Rosey knows all the details because Rosey's Rosey. So basically, like the whole point of this entire podcast was to manifest the Northeast homes, comfort, safety, not living near wild people, basically.
I really hope that happens. I want that too so much. I'm going to light my candle again now that there's no fire.
What candle are you lighting?
I got this, you know what's so funny is that last episode I talked about how fucking ugly I think that.
Did you buy one? I was going to say you bought one, didn't you?
It was a gift from my trainer. And I actually think that this one, and this is not a bullshit thing because it was a gift by any means. I actually said to Houston, this one's actually cute. And it smells so good.
What does it look like?
It's called Pumpkin. The fire's on. Pumpkin Bonfire.
Oh, that one's not. No, that's not weird. That's cute.
I don't know. You can't see it.
I can see the pumpkins though.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. Smells like fall, baby. Okay,
no one can hurt me.
What do you want to end this podcast on? I feel like we need to end it on a positive, inspirational note here.
Positive, inspirational note.
Manifest. Well, good juju.
Yes, we're manifesting. I cannot wait for the future ahead of us. And I urge you all to, just enjoy what's happening near you. If that's a pumpkin scented candle, enjoy that. If that's a good at home Taco Bell taco.
I've been making those because of you.
They're so good. Honestly, like take little pleasures and keep on dreaming of the future.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it's your Starbucks every morning that you enjoy, or your TV or your cozy blanket, people really take those things, but those things make my life so much better right now as the small things. I feel like really, really, and this podcast honestly makes my life better. So
it makes me happy too. I hope that it makes you happy at home. I personally enjoy the freedom that I have here as a content creator to act like, I would say I'm my full true self on this podcast and it feels great. It feels so good. Yeah. So I hope that you feel that listening. And I don't know, I hope that we're spreading, even if we talked about heavy stuff today, I hope that we brought you some entertainment and some fun.
Yeah. Same, Rosey. We're manifesting. Well, we love you guys. Please like, subscribe, manifest, and have an amazing week. Bye.
We love you. Bye. Bye.